Welcome back to my channel. Today we explore the value of specific coins, the top 4 ultra-rare Abraham Lincoln wheat penny coins value in today's market. First, the 1957 Abraham Lincoln wheat penny in extra fine condition, even if it's a little dirty. First, let's talk about the basics. The 1957 Lincoln wheat penny is part of the famous wheat penny series, minted from 1909 to 1958. These pennies are called wheat pennies because of the 2 wheat stalks on the reverse side. 1957 was near the end of this era, so it's one of the more recent examples. So, what makes the 1957 wheat penny without a mint mark special? Well, no mint mark means it was minted in Philadelphia. These pennies were mass-produced, so there are a lot of them out there. But here's where it gets interesting. Even in dirty extra fine XF condition, meaning it has some dirt or grime but still retains most of its sharp details, it can hold some surprising value. Let's break down what extra fine XF means. Coins in XF condition have light wear on the highest points, but most of the details are still visible. You can easily make out Lincoln's cheekbones and ear, and the wheat stalks on the back are crisp. Now, if your coin is dirty but still in XF condition, collectors still see it as valuable because the details are key. Alright, now, the big question, what's a 1957 wheat penny in dirty XF condition worth in today's market? Depending on the demand and where you're selling, the value for a penny like this could range anywhere between $0.10 and $0.50. But wait, some collectors might pay up to $1 or more if they see potential in cleaning and preserving the coin. Why the variation in value? Well, because 1957 pennies aren't particularly rare, their value doesn't jump unless they're in mint state or have some unique error. But in XF condition, even with dirt, it still stands out to collectors who want to complete their wheat penny set or like coins with a bit of character. Next up, the 1943 Lincoln steel penny with the S mint mark. You won't believe how much this tiny piece of history can be worth in today's market. This unique penny was produced during World War II when copper was needed for the war effort. As a result, the U.S. Mint temporarily made pennies out of steel and coated them with zinc. The S mint mark indicates that this coin was minted in San Francisco, one of 3 mint locations at the time. So why is this penny so special? Well, for starters, steel pennies were only minted for 1 year, 1943, making them a limited time issue. But it's not just their rarity that makes them valuable. Coins in good condition, especially from the San Francisco Mint, are highly sought after by collectors. While over 190 million 1943 steel pennies were minted in San Francisco, finding one in fine condition, with minimal rust or wear, can still be a challenge due to the steel's tendency to corrode over time. Now, when we talk about a coin being in fine condition, what does that actually mean? In numismatic terms, fine refers to a coin that has moderate wear, but still retains a lot of its original detail. This means the lines of Lincoln's face are still clear, and most of the wheat stalks on the reverse side are still visible, even if slightly worn. So, what's the big question? How much is a 1943's Lincoln steel penny worth today? The value depends on its condition. In fine condition, this penny can fetch anywhere between $0.50 and $5. But the real value starts to climb when you move into higher grades, like extremely fine or uncirculated. An extremely fine 1943's steel penny can be worth $10 to $20, while an uncirculated example might sell for $40 to $100 or more depending on its quality. Next up, the 1946 Abraham Lincoln steel penny without a mint mark, in extremely fine condition. How valuable is it? Most of you are probably familiar with the famous 1943 steel penny produced when the U.S. Mint needed copper for World War II, but did you know? Some steel pennies were accidentally produced in 1946, a few years after the war ended. These coins are extraordinarily rare, making them highly sought after by collectors today. Now, what makes the 1946 steel penny without a mint mark even more valuable? It's its rarity. Most pennies after 1943 returned to being made of copper, so any steel penny minted by mistake after this period is exceptionally scarce. The absence of a mint mark means it was produced in Philadelphia, which only adds to its intrigue for collectors. When determining the value of a coin, condition is key. An extremely fine grade means that while the coin shows some light wear, most of the original detail remains sharp. You can still see the fine details in Lincoln's hair and the wheat stalks on the reverse, making this coin a standout among its peers. Alright, now for the big question, what's it worth today in extremely fine condition? A 1946 Abraham Lincoln steel penny, without a mint mark, can fetch anywhere from $30,000 to $50,000 in today's market, depending on the demand and the buyer. Some top-grade coins have even sold for over $60,000 at auctions. So, if you happen to come across a 1946 steel penny, don't underestimate it. It could be worth a small fortune. Whether you're a casual collector or a seasoned numismatist, finding one of these rare coins could be a game-changer. Next up, the most valuable 1947 steel Abraham Lincoln penny without mint mark. How much is it worth today? The Lincoln steel penny is famous. But here's something interesting: steel pennies were officially only minted in 1943 during World War II, when copper was reserved for war supplies. So why are we talking about a 1947 steel penny? These coins are highly unusual, likely experimental or rare misstrikes. And with no mint mark, it means it was made in Philadelphia. Now, coins in poor condition might not seem valuable at first glance. In fact, the dirtier and more worn they look, the less valuable they typically are. But don't lose hope just yet. Collectors still hunt for coins like these due to their rarity, especially error coins or experimental pieces like a 1947 steel penny without a mint mark. The 1947 steel penny without a mint mark is incredibly rare. It's not part of the regular US mint production, so these coins are likely errors. And even though it might look like it's seen better days, rarity can still give it significant value in today's market. So, how much can a dirty, very old 1947 Abraham Lincoln steel penny without a mint mark be worth in today's market? Well, in its best possible condition, this rare error coin could fetch thousands of dollars, sometimes even up to $10,000 or more at auction, depending on interest and demand. But in dirty, worn or very old condition, its value could range anywhere between $200 to $1,000. Keep in mind, much of this depends on the exact condition and the demand among collectors for error coins. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more coin collecting content. See you in the next video. Happy collecting!